Hi, welcome to week 2 of EC Council Network Security Administrator class. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how you can build your own lab. I had lots of form questions in the forums where people were asking me how they can solve the lab. As usual, my name is Erdal Ozkaya. All my contact details are here. I think by now most of you do know that. If you don't know anything about me, please feel free to click in the links and to learn more. Okay, first of all, why do you need to install a lab? The lab is going to help us to improve our knowledge. As you know, during the lectures, what I do is I go through presentations, I try to do some demonstrations, I'm recording some demonstrations like this, uploading to the Interact website, but guess what? This is not enough. If you want to make yourself a security master, then you should do lots of hands-on jobs. Okay, first of all, please make sure, if you're watching this video, all good. If you are not watching this video, then how are you gonna know about this? Okay, if you're not watching this video, if you just look at the slides, probably you're gonna watch this video later as well. Okay, if you are going to buy a new hardware, please make sure you buy a hardware with wireless card, or if you have an existing desktop PC, most of the laptops do have wireless card in it. If you're buying a desktop PC, please make sure you buy a wireless card. Why? Because I want you to improve your wireless hacking skills as well. Later I might do a demonstration on WinPCAT with some extra hardware, so how we can sniff wireless networks and we can launch attacks against wireless networks, and more importantly, how we can stop those attacks. Alright, step number 1. Let's assume you have a Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 PC, even if not Windows 7 PC. Please make sure, before you do anything, go to BIOS settings and enable the virtualization technology. So, if it's already enabled, no problem. If not, make sure you press escape or F2 or F12. Every computer has a different BIOS start options. Please make sure you do click on those buttons and you go to the BIOS settings and enable virtualization. As soon as you do that, I would recommend you, if you have Windows 8, to press Windows logo and the R key. As soon as you do that, this run option is going to come. You can just type the appwiz.tpl, as you can see here. Click on it. As soon as you do that, it's going to open the program and features. Here we go. I got on my site as well. So then please make sure you go to turn features on or off. As soon as you do that, Windows is going to think about it and it will load up a screen. In this screen, please make sure you go and select HyperV. As you know, only Windows 8 Pro and Enterprise PCs have free HyperV clients enabled. So if you running Windows RT, probably you're not going to have these options enabled. So please go ahead and select the HyperV management tools and the HyperV platform. Click OK. As soon as you click OK, it will start. It will go ahead and do the installations. So keep in mind, if you have VMware installed in your computers, you cannot have VMware Workstation 10 and HyperV client installed at the same time. For some reason, they are not allowed. They are not working together. So please make sure you do not install both of them at the same time. Okay, as soon as you do that, you can always go to search button by pressing the Windows key, or you can, or from there you can go to HyperV Settings. Or what you can do is you can just press again the Windows key. From there, type HyperV. Press the options. I know this is Windows 2012, but it is same in Windows 8 too. So I've got a Windows 8 PC here, but I don't have HyperV client enabled. So as soon as you do that, all what you have to do is open the HyperV manager, and the HyperV manager, the usage is really easy. So I did also enable a couple of links where you can go and check, but in the meantime, let me explain you what is on HyperV server or client. So as soon as you install HyperV, before I go to server, let me also show you how you can install HyperV server in a Windows Server 2012 as well. So to do that, let me connect to my VM again. Let me close this. So first option, you can always click Windows R as I done and open the app visit, or let me do it from the long way this time. You can go to Control Panel. This applies to Windows 8 as well. From there, you can go to Programs, and under there, you can click Turn Windows Switches on or off. As soon as you do that, it will open the Server Manager. So this applies to Windows 8, or you can just come to Start button, click into the Server Manager, and Server Manager will load up. As soon as the Server Manager loads up, you will see Add Roles and Features option. You click that, it will load up the Add Roles and Features wizard to you. As you can see, it is giving you all necessary information step by step. Then, if you don't want to see it next time, you can just click Skip. But in this case, I love this option, especially for new starters. Click Next. So, what are you going to do? You want to install a role-based or feature-based installation. No, we are not doing anything with remote desktop. So, click Next. In this case, you're going to select the server pool. I have only one server. If you had what is a server pool? Server pool means you have multiple computers connected in the domain where you can do the installation to all of them at the same time from one location. This is the new feature in Server 2012 and Server 2012 R2, but for now, I'm just skipping that. I'm just leaving the default. In this case, the default is my server name is called server, the IP address is this, and it's a Server 2012 R2 data center. You scroll down, from there you select HyperV. In my case, HyperV is installed. In your case, you should be able to move ahead. So, you select HyperV. As soon as you select HyperV, you click Next. Once you click Next, by the way, HyperV, there is a description. It tells HyperV provides a service that you can use to create and manage virtual machines and their resources. Each virtual machine is a virtualized computer system that operates in an isolated execution environment. This allows you to run multiple operating systems simultaneously. Basically, this is telling you that you're enabling virtualization. From there on, you can go and select additional features. If you have anything to select, you can feel free to select them. Click Next. There is also a screen which is going to ask you what kinds of HyperV features you would like to install. You can go and add additional features. In my case, I did install all features. As soon as you do that, it's going to come with a confirmation windows. Make sure you see HyperV there, and if you want, you can select Restart the destination server automatically, but in this case, you don't have to because it's going to restart it regardless. So you click Install. Once you do that, basically, it will start to install HyperV for you. Then, in HyperV, you can select your virtual switches. You can say, hey, you know what? I want to install my Ethernet card as virtual switch. So it's going to install a virtual switch, and this virtual switch is going to create a bridge between your host and guest operating systems. If you have more than one virtual card, feel free to select them as well. You can then have virtual machine migration settings. For most of you probably don't know, there is HyperV replica and different HyperV migration options, but in this case we are not covering any of those, so just skip while click next. Once you do that, make sure the installation is finished. And here we go. Now you want to create a new virtual machine. How can you do that? That's quite easy. All what you have to do is come to the visit again. So you start your computer. HyperV is ready to run. I got a little shortcut here. I press the shortcut. To install a new virtual machine, all what you have to do is click New Virtual Machine. Then you can just name the virtual machine Windows, let's say 8 or 1. You can select the default location, or you can just move your storage to somewhere else. In this case, I got 7012 R2. It's asking me if I want to install Generation 1 or Generation 2 machine. If you have a Windows 8 and 7012, I would recommend you install the Generation 2. In any other case, please stick to 1. So, if you have Windows 7012, you might not see the screen. Just select the default option. Select the RAM that you want to apply to your system. If you have lots of RAM, you can feel free to add more RAM. The more RAM you add, the better performance you get of your virtual machine. Then you can just go and select your networking. Remember, during the installation, I did select my default Ethernet card. Now, it's asking for confirmation. Said, okay, you are creating a virtual hard disk. I'm going to name it Windows 8.1 VHDX. Are you happy with that? Yes. This is the location. Are you happy with that? Yes. If not, go select a new location. Size, that's the default size. If you have an existing virtual machine, you can always go and bind it through. You can add a virtual machine later. So as soon as you click next, it's going to ask you installation location. You can just select in CD. If you are going to install from CD, make sure you go to options, and from there, you go and make sure under settings here, HyperV Settings, make sure you add this image for you. At this stage, I don't have any image. You can install from a floppy disk, or you can just use the network-based installation. That's what I'm gonna do in my case. But in your case, please select install operating system from a CD or from an ISO image. Let me just show you an example. ISO image, HyperV. No, that's my HyperV server. So in my case, I'm connecting to my NAS, and from there you can just go software, Microsoft operating systems, and you can select any operating system you wish. In this case, I go with 8.1. As you can see, it's going to take the image from there. But usually I have my WDS Windows Deployment Server, and I use the MDT tools to do that, but that's a different topic for you. Click next, finish. So it will automatically go and start the installation for you. You can just connect into it, turn it on, and now if you look in the media settings, it will have automatically the image in. And here we go. It did connect to my NAS over my wired network, and it's grabbing the Windows 8 installation files. So for the ones that they don't have the video, okay, that's funny. If you don't have the video, how are you going to listen to that? For the ones that did already the installation, I have also the step. Actually, for the ones they want to read, not just watch. So I got everything launched for you step by step here. 1. Launch HyperV. 2. Virtual machine, and all the steps that I run to. You can just select the size to anything you wish. Once you do the installation, exactly what I done, start it up. Once it started up, it will basically go ahead and do the installation for you. In this case, as you can see, yes, I would like to install Australian. Click next, install, and setup is starting. So this applies also to Kali Linux. This applies to Windows 7. This applies to any kind of Windows installation. So I'm just gonna pause the recording for a second because I would like to enter my product key and I don't want you to grab my product key. 1 second please. Okay, while you were not here, I did enter my product key. I'm just selecting I accept. So what is if you don't have a product key? While this is doing the installation, I'm just going to show you these options as well. So if you don't have a product key, don't you worry. You can just go to my blog. No, not just joking. Let me see if I got the internet. Yeah, beautiful. You can go to technet.microsoft.com. You can go to downloads. From there, you can just select Windows 8.1 Enterprise Evaluation. You can just download the ISO, or you can just scroll down and look around and download just the VHD. So you don't have to go the installation. All what you have to do is download the VHD, attach it to your Windows Server environment, HyperV environment, and that's it. So this is going to do the installation, and once the installation is done, all good, you should be able to log into your Windows servers. Alright, does this apply to Kali Linux as well? Yes. All what you have to do is attach it in. I said Kali, but the screenshot says backtrack. Doesn't matter, it's the same thing. Kali is just a new version. Actually, a brand new Kali version is coming up anytime this week or next week. So as soon as you put the Kali CD or ISO in, I'm going to show you how you can download it. Actually, let me show it to you right now. Here's my. All what you have to do is go to Kali.org. Kali Linux probably. Yeah, that's what I did, Kali.org. Okay, Kali Linux. Go to downloads. From there, this is the current version. I know the new version is coming very soon. Select which one you want. You can just download from a torrent. You can just download the ISO. And the good thing is, they have full documentation for you. So anyway, let me just select the Kali Linux 64-bit. As soon as you click save, it's going to download a file which is close to 3 GB. Let's go back to the introduction. As you can see, it has everything for you step by step. So how you can install Kali. What I've done is, in the meantime, I just select, for the ones they still like the old backtrack, you can just select backtrack, select the default installation, make sure you type start X. As soon as you do that, the password is Tor, so not root, Tor. You select the backtrack Linux installation. By the way, here you selected either text for forensics, so you can select your installation type based on your needs. Go ahead, select the disk spaces, very similar to HyperV, and that's it. It's ready for you to use. This is all? No, you can also use VirtualBox. What is VirtualBox? VirtualBox was a standalone software which is now being purchased by Oracle. All what you have to do is go to virtualbox.com, and virtualbox.com has everything what you need for you as well. So you can go to box.com. Yeah. Probably VirtualBox. Probably I typed it wrong. .org, sorry, virtualbox.org, and here we go. Come and you can just download the previous virtual machines for developers. You have to just go to download VirtualBox for Windows or for OS X or for Linux or for Solaris, and the documentation is here. For end user documentation, how you can do installation, how you can go step by step, everything is given to you here, so I'm not going to do it again. Same applies to VMware. If you go to VMware.com website, go to downloads, on the downloads, select free product download, and you can select the free one or paid one under 30-day trials, and you can get all the VMware ESX help from this link and start to use it. So with VMware, it's very similar. You go to the VMware console, you just click create a new virtual machine. From there, you go to typical. From there, you can either select an installation disk or an ISO file or the disk data. Remember, that's exactly what I done. You can just go and select the file location. In this case, I go to my demo section. As you can see, I have a couple of operating systems here, which actually I installed already. So you can just go to the menu, select what kind of operating system it is, select the virtual machine name, the location, this disk size. You can always go and customize the hardware and start the installation. As soon as you do that, it is like Windows HyperV client, but this is not free, where HyperV is free. You can always come to the menu and start your virtual machine. As soon as you do that, here we go. I got a virtual machine. I'm just gonna select normally, probably and shut it down correctly. So back to my Windows. Let me see the installation, how it goes. So the installation is still going on. As soon as it's been done, I will be able to connect to my Windows machine, and here we go. That's my demo account. Let me just connect my password. As soon as I select my password, I can come and make it full screen. So we make it full screen, and now you see all my hacking tools here. My favorite hacking tool is K-Enable, but there are some other hacking tools where you can go and select and use it. So that's a part of another demonstration. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration so far. This demonstration was all about how to build your own Windows lab or own virtual lab. So my details are here. As we discussed in the lessons before, the best way to reach me out is via the forums. So please make sure you come and come to the forums. Very shortly you're going to have this recording under week 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to catch you up in another session. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.